In this flow, we're going to start in sitting with your leg straight position. So from here, we're going to place our hands behind us, and from here, plant the foot. And from here, we're going to move the hips as high as you can. Don't worry if you're here. Just push as hard as high as you can do. From here, we're going to push the hips as far as possible as you can this way. So with that one, if you find this one easy, you can move those heels further and then give you a bit greater stretch. So from here, we're coming back to legs straight. And from here, we're going to transition to an all four. So from that position, we're going to move that spine as high as you can, and then as low as you can, keeping your arms nice and straight. From here, we're going to move, try to place my left shoulder on the ground, then switch and go all the way around. Then come back, and I'm gonna rotate to my left, and then as much as possible to my right. So I'm moving this way and high, and then come back. Then frame, we're gonna go to the left. So reach with your right arm across the body, extend your left, and I'll be leaning towards my right, so feel the stretch in my lats. All the way there, and move my hips to the side a little at the same time. From here, move to the other side, and the same. And then come back from here to the same position, cross your legs, come back to sitting, and again, we're going to extend the leg in front of us. Place the hands behind us. Again, from here, move the hips forward a little bit. And from here, press the chest and press the hips as high as you can. Come back down. From here, we're going to move forward. And again, if you find this one easy, just move your heels forward. Or if you find this one difficult, just move your heels back. From here, I'm going to come back to straight legs, cross the legs in front of you, tabletop position. From here, spine to the ceiling as much as possible, then drop that spine as low as you can, tilting that pelvis. And from here, we're going to use the left hand and drive my left shoulder towards the mat. And come back, don't forget to breathe. Very good. And my right shoulder towards the mat. They're gonna rotate as far as possible this way to my left. And as far as possible to my right. Then I'm going to reach to the left and move my hips slightly towards the right. And again, breathe in, breathe out. You should feel nice stretch through the lats here. I'm going to switch to the other side, sink in. So my hips traveling back and a little bit towards the left when I'm reaching across my body. Good. From here back to tabletop. Cross your legs. Help yourself with your hands. And come back to starting position. And again, one more. We're going to start with the legs nice and straight in front of you. From here, hands behind you. If you find this difficult on your wrist, you can turn them slightly 45 degrees away from you. So from here, hips as high as you can. And then back. Now from here, you push your hips towards your heels. Nice stretch across the shoulders. From here, you'll be moving back to sitting with the legs straight. So with this one, if you find that transition a little bit awkward, you can just transition to the tabletop. Okay, but I encourage you to try and explore and see how does it feel. Cross, tabletop, move your spine all the way as high as you can towards the spine, towards the ceiling, then as low as you can towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Now from that position, make sure you keep your arms nice and straight. Now from here, we're going to rotate to the left as high as you can. Imagine you want to try to touch something with your hand here. So that arm is slightly bent. And try to place my left shoulder on the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Then I come back, and exactly the same on the other side. Good, we're going to come back and unroll and reach as high as you can. If you need to reposition that hand because it is an awkward place or for any other reason, feel free to do so. So I'm rotating outwards and try to reach the ceiling as far as possible. Then come back and do exactly the same on the other side. Big twist. And reach, reach, reach. Make sure you don't hold your breath. And then come back. Now I'm going to reach to my right and move my hips towards to my left and move my hips towards the right. My left arm is slightly bent, my right arm is straight, so I can feel the stretch all across here. Then from here, you're going to move to the left. We're going to come back to the middle, and from here we're going to again cross the leg, come back to first position. So from here, one last go. We're going to move our hips a little bit in front. From here, we're going to lift the hips as high as possible there. Then come back down. And from here, we're going to move hips towards the heels. Breathe in, breathe out, listen to your body. If you need greater stretch, move it forward a little bit. Just don't overdo it. And from here, you're going to shift and move that hips nice and slowly towards the wrists. From here, transition through that cross-legged position to a tabletop. From here, move your spine as far as possible towards the ceiling, tuck your pelvis under, and then drop your spine towards the floor. Then from here, we're going to reach across the body and place that shoulder on the floor. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Then switch to the other side. Then come back, and from that position, we're going to open up to the right. Then switch and left up, try to touch the ceiling. From here, come back, we're going to reach to the right, to the left. Now we're reaching to the right. Good. So that again, that arm is just resting bend. Then it's across the body, and I'm moving my body towards the left. So feel the nice stretch in the side of my upper body. From here, and gonna come back to the middle. And again, we're gonna cross the legs. Come back to the sitting position and finish here.